Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Aegean Lifestyle Stories. Today, I got a good story for you. Many thousand years ago, back in Central America, in the jungle, in a village or a town, we don't know exactly, there was a guy living, and he was not a priest, not a businessman, not a farmer, but he was the guy who was responsible for taking care of time. Every day he was just crunching numbers and trying to come up with some calendars so that people would not miss their appointments, I guess, back then. We don't know. But one day he got tired and he said, okay, I'm done with this stupid calendar calculation stuff, and I'm just going to stop calculating at year 2012. 2012 is the end day. Nobody will live back up to that day, I guess, so it's not a problem for me, he said. And then he quit calculating the calendar, and he started doing something else. We don't know, because this happened many thousand years ago. And then we came all the way to 2012, and in 2012, some well-searched papers published, and in that paper, some research scientists were telling the story about Doomsday, the end of the world, ending 2012. And they were saying that at 2012, the world will end and we all be gone, and everything will be doomed that day. And then another scientist actually came with the idea that, no, wait, if that's the doomsday, okay, 2012, but according to Mayan calendars, after my studies, I figured out that there is one place on this planet. If you go there and stay there during that period of time, you will be saved. I know you guys don't believe this, but you can just Google it. It's completely true. And of course, after this story, some French TV stations, they started making a lot of programs about this doomsday. And suddenly, that place became so famous that a lot of people all over the place, all those doomsday seekers, were just flocking. They were just booking small pensions and every place they can stay in that area. And that place was a small village, which is about 4 miles away from on that hill. And we're going to go there today, okay? So today's story is about a village where you can stay if something happens on this planet. That's the spot that you should be, okay? I know you don't believe, but let's check that place and see if we can figure out why people came up with this idea. So we're going to go to that hill and check if there is any truth to this story, guys. But I should tell you that there is one thing that I'm angry with myself. I should be the richest person on this planet if I could just figure out a way to open a stand on that day in that village, selling some doomsday survival kits and some gas masks and stuff like this. But I missed that chance. but the villagers are clever than me, and they sold a lot of wines. It's a small village, but they produce a lot of wines. They sold a lot of wines, and that day actually it was a big party, a Doomsday party, and many people were just drinking wines and making jokes, and all the TV stations and anchormans and reporters, they were all over the place, and it was so crowded. They sold a lot of wines, and they got rich, but I missed that chance, and I'm angry with myself just because of that reality. Okay, so let's go to that village and see what is the story, and maybe we can figure out why they come up with this idea. Okay, let's go. Oh, you know what? Where we are? We are just on the Virgin Mary Road, which is about 2 or 3 miles away from here. And Ephesus is about 500 meters down here. So it's actually everything is happening around here. I don't know why. What is the magic around here? We don't know. This is the statue of Virgin Mary. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're almost there. We came to village, but it's too hot today. So this side is seeing a lot of sun, so it's hotter. But I actually grew up in a small village next to this mountain, and it's about 4 or 5 miles away from here. And there was a neighbor, she was an old lady, and she was telling me a story that back in time she was coming to this village to harvest for grapes. Of course they have to make some wines, right? And back then its name was in English ugly. And then later sometimes, I don't know exactly, but they changed the name. Now its name is beautiful in English. But she didn't know that they changed the name. She was just saying that we were going to ugly village, ugly, ugly, ugly all the time. The ugly was the name of this village that we're going to be visiting. So this is the village, and we're almost there. It's a nice place around here, but it is too hot today. Yeah, the most common thing around here is wine, so they're selling a lot of wines. They're clever than me. Everybody's asking about, come on here and taste my wine. So if you want to get drunk, you can, this is the best place. It's free. as a taster, you can just taste a lot of wines here. Man, it's almost end of March, and we're at the top of that hill, that mountain, but it's really hot. Today is hot.
As we take in this stunning panoramic view of the village, you can see the village's unique charm spread across the hills. The houses, a mix of beautifully restored homes and time-worn ruins, reflect the rich history of this place. Most of these homes follow the traditional Aegean architectural style: whitewashed walls, wooden frames, and terracotta-tiled roofs that blend perfectly with the landscape. Their large windows aren't just for aesthetics. In this mountainous region, people have always loved feeling connected to the outdoors, letting in as much sunlight and fresh air as possible. Some of these homes have stood for over a century, carrying the memories of those who once lived here. While some remain in their original, weathered state, others have been carefully restored, preserving the village's old-world beauty while giving them new life. Walking through the narrow, winding streets of the village, you'll notice a mix of the old and the new. On one side, shelves filled with local wines, proudly displayed in almost every shop, because here, wine is more than just a drink, it's a tradition. On the other side, well, let's just say globalization has found its way here too, with stalls offering all kinds of little gadgets straight from China. But among them, you'll still find traces of the village's past.
Back in 20 years ago, actually there were a lot of old ladies on the road. They were selling stuff like they made in their houses, but nowadays they're just selling Chinese stuff, Chinese gadgets you can find anywhere. Oh, it's a hot day today, but the village, most of the houses are restored, so it's a nice village, but with some narrow roads, so it's just not for cars. It's for donkeys and horses, I guess. That's what you can use in this mountain area. Okay, let's check the history. The history of this small village is something interesting. This village actually established by some Christians who escaped the invasion of Timur, the big invader that came all the way from Asia to invade this Asia Minor and this area back then. And Christians actually moved up to this hill and established this village, and they started two churches, big churches here, and called the name of this village Ugly, just to deter people from coming to this village and visiting. But contrary to what they were thinking, today it's thousands and thousands of people all over the world coming and visiting this area because of all these stories, I guess. But it's a nice village. All these houses actually they were all restored. Looks like they were actually just rubbles back in 20 years ago. Because when I was a kid, I grew up in a village which is about 4 miles away from here. So back then we were coming almost many times we came here, and it was just ordinary small village with a lot of old houses and nobody was living. Okay, this is the first church, St. John the Baptist Church, and it is the big one. They have one more church, which is about 200 meters away from here. It was actually restored by some American universities, I guess, but I'm not sure. I'm just looking up. They don't have anything here. Ah, interesting. The only thing local here is the herbs. You can only get herbs.
St. John the Baptist Church is one of the most remarkable historical structures in the village, standing as a testament to centuries of devotion and craftsmanship. Originally built in the early 19th century, this grand church has endured the passage of time, preserving its unique character and charm. The church follows a classic basilica-style design with 3 naves and a wooden roof, reflecting the architectural traditions of its era. Though time and nature took their toll on the building, extensive restoration efforts were carried out to bring back some of its original splendor. Experts, including teams from academic institutions and restoration specialists, worked carefully to stabilize the structure, ensuring that visitors today can still admire its historical beauty. One of its most intriguing features is the underground cistern, which was cleverly designed to store water beneath the church. This practical addition showcases the ingenuity of the builders who constructed it. Another remarkable detail is the intricate stonework and the remnants of frescoes, which hint at the once vibrant interior decorations. Today, as you step into the church, the peaceful atmosphere and echoes of history create a sense of timelessness. Whether you come for its architectural beauty or simply to soak in its quiet presence, St. John the Baptist Church remains a fascinating piece of the village's past.
Yeah, I know some guys from this village, and they were telling me that there was a tunnel actually going from one church to the other one underground, but today no one knows where it is. Oh, look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Hey, buddy. How are you? Welcome to this planet, man. You're waiting for your mom? Okay, good for you. Okay, this church is a small one, not that big. But look at this guy, how nicely decorated. Such a nice place.
St. Demetrius Church in the village is a true gem of architectural beauty and historical significance. Built in the early 19th century, this church has been a central place of worship and community for generations. Inside, visitors are greeted by impressive wooden columns that support the structure, adding to its grandeur. The walls are adorned with vibrant paintings and intricate frescoes, depicting scenes from the life of Jesus and various saints. These artworks not only showcase the artistic talent of the time, but also provide a glimpse into the rich cultural heritage of the community. The church's restoration has preserved its original charm, allowing us to experience its beauty much as it was intended centuries ago.
Yeah, I guess the only sad part in this whole story is the fact that Christians, they had to escape to this village and save themselves. I don't know if at that date, Doomsday, if you come here, you will be saved or not. I don't know, but that's for sure that Christians were actually trying to save themselves from Timur,
Dönüşte bakayım
the
tatlım.
biggest tyrant and invader in history. So there you have it, guys. This is the village. Of course, from time to time, I come by and see how it changes, but back in good old days, it was actually more natural. Right now, it's all Chinese gadgets all over the place, as it was in many parts of the world. Chinese are invading right now, not Timor, but Chinese. And as you can see, the spring is here. We have this almond, I guess, these guys. So it's a nice village, but there are a lot of pensions in that village. So if you plan to come by and stay 1 or 2 days, you can stay. It's a nice place actually, but you know, as it is always, it's just everything is changing, and right now people don't preserve that natural entity. I guess they're just factory made a lot of junk stuff. Unfortunately, the only local stuff they sell there is just herbs, because I know there are a lot of herbs in this area, so they just got all these herbs. So you got it, guys. I'm done, and we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm kidding. Bye. He's calling somebody.